What if the peace you seek, the love you long for, the wisdom you admire in others, has never been outside of you? Beneath all your thoughts, struggles, and imperfections, there is something untouched, something steady. Like a diamond buried in mud, it may be hidden, but never damaged. Like the sun behind clouds, it continues to shine even when unseen. Like a mirror covered in dust, your true nature waits patiently to be revealed. Not created, not earned, but simply uncovered. The Buddha taught that each of us holds within a spark of awakened presence, a natural purity untouched by the noise of the world or the weight of the past. You don't have to become someone new to find peace. You only need to remember who you've always been. In this part of the journey, we turn inward, not to fix ourselves, but to recognize what was never broken. We will explore what it means to live from your Buddha nature, to tend to the mind with compassion, and to walk the middle way between extremes. You are not lost. You are just returning home. Discovering your Buddha nature, the hidden treasure. Within every being lies a radiant, indestructible core of wisdom, love, and peace, our true nature waiting to be revealed. Deep within you, beneath every thought, beyond every fear, past every wound, you carry something radiant. It has no name, no form, and yet it is more real than anything else you've ever known. The Buddha called it your Buddha nature, an inner treasure more valuable than all the gold in the world. Not something to be earned, not something reserved for the enlightened few, but a truth already present in every being, waiting to be seen. Imagine a diamond buried in mud. Though hidden and covered, its brilliance remains untouched. The mud may obscure, but it cannot alter what lies beneath. Just so, your moments of anger, confusion, or shame cannot damage the purity of your true nature. They are passing weather. You are the sky. This is not a metaphor for perfection. You will still feel sadness. You will still make mistakes. But beneath it all is something unbreakable, an awareness that is wise, loving, and undisturbed. Think of times when, without effort, compassion arose in you, when you instinctively reached out to help, forgave, or simply listened. That was your Buddha nature speaking. Or recall moments of quiet knowing when clarity emerged without thought. That was your natural wisdom, rising like the sun through morning fog. So why do we so often forget? Because we identify with the dust on the mirror, rather than the mirror itself. We believe the voice in our head that says we are not enough. But that voice is only a habit. And habits can be unlearned. The path is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you already are. Gently brushing away what was never really you, until what remains is silent, present, and whole. As you rest tonight, allow this remembrance to take root, not as an idea, but as a feeling. You don't need to strive. You don't need to prove. Beneath all appearances, you are already home. Let that quiet truth cradle you. Let your Buddha nature shine, not through effort, but through stillness. The pure mind, returning to your original nature. Beneath every thought and emotion is a still, spacious awareness, like the sky behind passing clouds. Beneath the surface of your thoughts, beyond every emotion, there is a stillness within you, a silence untouched by the noise of the world. This is your original mind, your natural awareness, present before you had a name, a past, or even a sense of self. The Buddha compared this to a clear lake on a windless day. When undisturbed, it reflects everything with perfect clarity. But when stirred by wind, thoughts, memories, judgments, the surface ripples and we forget the depth beneath. Yet even in the midst of movement, the water itself remains pure. So it is with your mind. You may feel restless or anxious. Your thoughts may race. But the awareness behind those thoughts has not changed. It does not judge. It does not resist. It simply notices. Quiet, steady, wide like the sky. Most of us spend our lives lost in the ripples. We chase thoughts, react to emotions, identify with roles. But none of these define you. You are not your anxiety. You are not your past. You are not even your name. You are the awareness that sees. And here is the miracle. You don't need to create this stillness. You don't have to earn it. It is your birthright. Like the sun behind clouds, it is always present, waiting for you to stop striving, to stop fixing, to simply rest in what has been here all along. When you notice your thoughts spinning, gently ask, who is noticing this? And in that pause, feel yourself drop back into presence. You don't need to quiet the mind by force. Just stop feeding the noise. Turn toward the silence underneath. Let go of the urge to control, to analyze, to hold on. Let yourself soften. Right now, this very moment, awareness is here. Listening, open, alive. You are home. As you drift into sleep, let your thoughts come and go like passing clouds. No need to stop them. No need to follow them. Just rest in the sky-like awareness that holds them all. This is the peace that was never lost. This is the pure mind, remembering itself. Mental afflictions. Understanding and transforming emotional weeds. Afflictive emotions are not enemies, but signals. With gentle attention and understanding, they can be transformed like tending a garden. Imagine your mind as a garden. Within it, beautiful flowers bloom. Kindness, clarity, compassion. But like any real garden, it also holds weeds. Anger, jealousy, fear, anxiety. The Buddha did not teach us to hate these weeds, but to understand them. For every weed has roots, and every root holds a story. Afflictive emotions are not proof that something is wrong with you. They are natural energies arising from causes and conditions. Anger often signals a violated boundary. Fear warns of danger, real or imagined. Even sadness speaks of your capacity to love. The problem is not that these emotions arise, it's how we relate to them. We tend to fight them or get lost in them. But there is a third way. Gentle attention. Like a wise gardener, you don't rip out the weed in panic. You observe it, understand its nature, and create space for something else to grow. When anger arises, pause. Breathe. Notice how it feels in your body. The heat, the tightness, the energy. Ask gently, what pain is beneath this fire? When sadness arrives, don't push it away. Let it rest beside you like rain on the roof. Temporary, passing. And when fear comes knocking, meet it like an old friend. Sit with it. Listen. In doing so, you begin to unhook from identification. You shift from I am angry to anger is arising. You become the space in which emotions move, not the emotion itself. With this shift, something extraordinary happens. Afflictions lose their grip. They soften, they teach, and often they transform. Anger becomes clarity. Fear becomes courage. Sadness becomes compassion. Just like weeds, emotions don't need to be destroyed. They need to be understood, tended to, and given room to evolve. As you prepare for rest tonight, you may feel something unsettled within you. A worry, a regret, a lingering ache. Don't fight it. Don't feed it. Just breathe. Let it be there. Hold it in the light of your kind awareness, like sun on a garden at dawn. You are not your emotions. You are the gardener, the witness, the steady presence in which healing grows. The middle way, living in balance. True peace comes not from extremes, but from the wise balance between effort and ease, commitment and letting go. Picture a musician tuning a stringed instrument. If the string is too loose, it won't play. If it's too tight, it will snap. But when it's tuned just right, it creates music that touches the soul. The Buddha discovered that life, too, must be tuned with care, not pulled toward extremes, not slack in aimless drifting, but held in the middle way, a path of balance, wisdom, and deep inner freedom. In his early years, the Buddha lived in extreme luxury. Later, he embraced harsh self-denial, but neither brought peace. Only when he let go of both did clarity arise. Not too much, not too little, just enough. We tend to swing between opposites. We work ourselves to exhaustion, then collapse in avoidance. We cling too tightly in love, or shut down to protect ourselves. We demand perfection from ourselves, then sink into self-judgment when we fall short. The middle way asks something different: gentle discipline, soft strength, honest care. It means showing up for your life with intention, but not force. It means resting without guilt, acting without harshness, feeling without being consumed. You can strive for growth while accepting where you are. You can care deeply without being attached to outcomes. You can set goals without losing the joy of the present moment. This balance isn't static, it's dynamic. Like walking a tightrope, it requires small, continuous adjustments. You'll overcorrect sometimes. You'll wobble. That's okay. The middle way is not about perfection. It's about awareness and kindness in motion. Even in your spiritual practice, this teaching matters. Meditate not to escape yourself, but to meet yourself. Study not to become enlightened, but to remember what was never lost. As you lie down to sleep, notice: are you holding on tightly anywhere? Are you collapsing inward? Let your breath guide you back to center. One soft inhale, one long exhale. Life is not a race to the far side of the spectrum. It's a walk along a quiet path, where each step can be steady, present, and free. In balance, you return to yourself. In balance, peace becomes possible. Living stories, wisdom through Buddhist parables. Timeless parables that bypass the intellect and speak directly to the heart. Revealing truths through metaphor, story, and lived experience. Some truths are too deep for explanation. They must be felt, like stillness in the forest, or silence before dawn. That's why the Buddha often taught not with abstract theory, but with simple, vivid stories. Tonight, let these parables wash through you like quiet rain, planting seeds of insight that may bloom when the time is right. There was once a man being chased by wild animals. Running in terror, he reached a cliff and saw a vine hanging down. He grabbed it and lowered himself over the edge, only to see a hungry dragon waiting below. Above him, 2 mice, one black, one white, were gnawing at the vine. And yet, in the midst of danger, he noticed a drop of honey on a leaf nearby. He reached out and tasted it. This is life, uncertain, fragile, never fully safe, and yet, even here, sweetness can be found. Don't wait for everything to be perfect to enjoy a moment of beauty. The honey is always near. Another story tells of a mother whose child had died. In unbearable grief, she came to the Buddha asking for a medicine to bring him back. He told her to find a mustard seed from a household that had never known death. She searched all day, but every door opened to sorrow. Finally, she understood. Her grief was not hers alone. It was part of being human. When we realize our pain is shared, compassion begins. The heart softens. We stop asking, "Why me?" and begin asking, "How can I hold this tenderly?" Then there was the king, who received a ring engraved with 4 simple words: "This too shall pass." In times of joy, it humbled him. In times of despair, it gave him hope. Everything changes. No emotion, no success, no hardship stays forever. Let this truth steady you. And the farmer with the wild horse. One day, it ran away. "Bad luck," said the neighbors. It returned with more horses. "Good luck." His son broke his leg taming one. "Bad luck." But the injury kept him from being drafted into war. "Good luck." To all of it, the farmer only said, "We shall see." Not everything is as it seems. What looks like misfortune may be grace in disguise. As you drift into sleep, remember, these stories are not ancient relics. They are mirrors, they are maps, and their wisdom lives in you, ready to guide you, one quiet insight at a time. You have journeyed inward, beyond stories, beyond striving, into the quiet space where your true nature gently waits. Not as something to become, but as something to remember. You've touched the treasure of your Buddha nature, not as a distant ideal, but as the warmth that arises when you are simply present. You've seen that beneath every storm is the pure sky of awareness, untroubled, still. You've learned to meet your inner struggles not with force, but with gentle understanding, like a gardener tending to weeds with patience and care. You've discovered that peace is not at the extremes, but in the soft middle, where presence and balance meet. And through ancient stories, you've been reminded, wisdom doesn't always speak in words. It speaks in silence, in symbols, in the still places within. This path isn't about escape. It's about coming home. And home is not far. It's here, in this breath, in this moment. As you rest tonight, may you feel the soft glow of recognition. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are already enough. Let the teachings settle into your being, like moonlight on still water. Let sleep carry you not away from yourself, but deeper into the heart of who you truly are. Tomorrow, life will still unfold. Its joys, its challenges, its ever-changing tides. But now, you carry something within you. A deeper stillness, a steadier center, a quieter truth. And from that place, everything becomes possible.